Alright guys, we're going to talk about the Disgrace of Gijon, which was a game played in the 1982 FIFA World Cup between West Germany and Austria. Now, it was West Germany, not Germany. This was before the reunification of Germany, so I have to point that out because this had nothing to do with the East Germans, and as everybody knows, East Germany were totally professional in every sport they played in. East Germany never cheated, never colluded, none of that stuff. So this is all about West Germany. So let's see. So the Disgrace of Gijon is also known as the Non-Aggression Pact of Gijon, also known as the Scandal of Gijon, and sometimes it's called the Anschluss, in reference to the annexation of Germany by Austria in 1938. So kind of a controversial nickname for a really controversial event. So let's see what happened. Why was this game a disgrace? So it was in the group stage in the first round of the competition. Now let's look at the situation before this game is played. Now there's a couple of things we need to know. First of all, it was 2 points for a win, not 3 points, which is the situation now. And that is why you'll see that Austria were on 2 points, or on 4 points after 2 games, after their 2 wins. Algeria had 4 points after their 3 games. West Germany had 2 points after 2 games, and Chile had no points after their 3 games. So the important thing to note here is that Chile and Algeria had already played all their matches. So they played the day before this match. And because of this match between Austria and West Germany, FIFA changed the rule on that. So starting in the 1986 World Cup, the final group games took place at the same time to try and stop what happened in this game here. If we look at the points, we can see that Germany had to get a win against Austria to go through to the next round. A draw for Austria would have been enough, but not enough for Germany. So the situation arose where if Germany beat Austria by a small margin, by 2 goals or less, then both teams would actually qualify. And lo and behold, what was the final result? It was 1-0 to West Germany. So this result suited both sides. Now what it meant was that because of the goal difference here, Germany were +2, Austria were +3. It meant that a win by Germany automatically meant that they would top the group. And so I think the reason it's called the Anschluss is because Austria allowed Germany not just to win the game, but it also allowed Germany to top the group. Here is a description of the game. Horst Hrubesch scored after 10 minutes, and after that both sets of players flamboyantly missed with apparently no attempt at accuracy whenever they shot on goal. So in other words, nobody was trying to score after that, and the game was really boring. The crowd realized what was going on. You don't have to be a mathematician to figure out what was going on. And the crowd, the local crowd and the Spanish crowd were shouting Fuera, Fuera, out, out, or Algeria in Spanish. And they were shouting, let them kiss, let them kiss. It was a love fest, not a soccer game. And the Algerian supporters waved banknotes at the players, and even some of the Austrian and German fans weren't happy because 4 years earlier, Austria actually beat Germany in the previous World Cup, and some fans were hoping for like a real grudge match. One of the West German fans burnt the national flag in protest, so everybody could see what was going on. It was fixed. Germany scored early on, and the game pretty much ended after that. So here was the final group standings. As I already explained, West Germany topped the group. Their goal difference went to +3. Austria's went down to +2. It meant that Germany sneaked past Austria to finish first. But it didn't matter for Austria. They were second, and therefore they qualified. Here in purple, we can see what the incentive was for both sides. The match fixing saw Austria give up their opportunity to be first in the group in exchange for a sure opportunity to advance. The bargaining positions of the two teams were affected by West Germany being in danger of elimination if they failed to win, but also being the better team. So they're saying that West Germany would probably have won the game. They were the better side, and if they'd won by a high margin, they would have knocked Austria out. But if Germany had failed to beat Austria, then West Germany would have been out. So it suited both sides for a close 1-0 victory for Germany. But also, why would Austria give up the opportunity to finish first? Well, in the second round, it wasn't a knockout like it is now. it was another group phase. And the team that would finish second in this group would be paired up with France and Northern Ireland. And the winner of the group, which ended up being West Germany, would end up playing Spain and England. Now, out of these four teams, Northern Ireland would have been the weakest. Northern Ireland had a shock victory against Spain in their group. That's how Northern Ireland qualified. Spain managed to qualify as well. But Spain and England, two pretty good sides here. In this group, France, another good side against Northern Ireland, a side that maybe were not so good. So Austria probably thought, well, we'll take our chances with France and Northern Ireland because we have a decent chance of beating Northern Ireland. France are tougher, but who knows. Whereas Spain and England were both strong sides, so Austria probably figured that this was actually a better group to end up in. So that's why they were happy enough to let West Germany win the group. Here is the most important point of all of this. FIFA considered that no rules were broken as a result of the match and declined to take any action. Now, Algeria put in an official protest. FIFA decided there was no rules broken, and that was it. It was hard to prove that there was collusion. Now, my question is, even if the teams admitted collusion, now they both obviously denied it, even if they admitted collusion, would that be breaking the rules? Because in that situation, it was so easy to rig it. The way the groups ended up for Germany and Austria just to decide, well, it suits us both for Germany to win 1-0. Despite the obvious match fixing, some journalists, Rob Smith of the Irish Times, claimed that there was some good action after that. Very few people agree with this, so this is probably fake news from this journalist, but well, who knows? He's entitled to his opinion. So let's see what happened after the first round. West Germany were in with England and Spain, and look what happened. West Germany actually won the group and therefore qualified. It was just one of these sides that would go through to the semi-finals, and that was West Germany. England and Spain were knocked out because West Germany beat Spain. That was the big game of that group, and they drew 0-0 against England, and England drew against Spain 0-0. So West Germany topped the group and got to the semi-final. As for Austria, it didn't work out so well for them. As we can see, it was France who qualified. France won both their games. They beat Austria and they beat Northern Ireland, and Austria only managed to draw against Northern Ireland, so they were eliminated. Maybe they thought, maybe we should have tried to top the group after all. Who knows? And so let's see what happened after that. Our buddies West Germany, the Colluders, actually won the semi-final, but then they lost in the final against Italy. So West Germany, in danger of being eliminated, colluded with Austria to ensure both sides went through, and West Germany got all the way to the final. So it worked out pretty well for Germany. They came within one match of actually winning the World Cup. Probably most neutrals are probably supported Italy because of what happened in that match. I'm not sure. But that was the Disgrace of Gijon. And the bad news is that something like this is almost guaranteed to happen in the next World Cup. Because, and I've done a video of this, so check it out. It goes into all the details. But basically, we have a situation where we're going to have 16 groups of 3 teams. So we have an odd number of teams, which means the last group match will take place after the previous 2 games. There's only going to be 3 matches in the group, and the 2 teams playing last will have opportunities possibly to knock out the other team. So check that video out. It goes into all the details and there's examples of what may happen. And subscribe to the channel and share this video. See you guys next time. Goodbye.